Woo! Alright, so I just watched the Ubisoft conference, and just gotta say a few things before I continue on. So I gave Bethesda's conference a very high score. I feel like that was a little just me being hyped over the fact that, you know, Evil Within 2 is coming out. I know there's, like, you know, rumors. I really didn't actually pay attention to them. But I was really stoked at the fact that game was coming out. So having said that, I'm probably going to reduce the score of that one a little, by a good amount. But I still don't understand why people are saying that it's such a... People are hating on the conference for some odd reason, and I don't agree with that. It's, I don't know, whatever. I just liked how short and sweet to the point it was. Regardless, Ubisoft. You have been the butt of my jokes for a while now, because you've been doing a very bad job, at least at your conferences in this sense. And while you didn't change the formula that much, you did get rid of Aisha Tyler, which is kind of surprising. But this was a lot better in the sense that your showcase was a lot of games that I am actually interested in. And all I can say is, good job. Like, you actually have me excited for a good amount of these games, and that's more than I can say about every other conference. Whereas, you know, Bethesda had, you know, 2 main games, the only 2 that are pretty much announced that I'm really excited for, and Microsoft a handful, and that's pretty much it. EA, I think, a way out, that was it. But yeah, regardless, let's get to the actual games. So, they started it off immediately with Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle. At first, I was like, oh crap, this sounds like a terrible idea. But, as awful as the actual mashup sounds, the gameplay looks pretty awesome, because I do love these kinds of games. I mean, it's the same kind of gameplay as, you know, XCOM, Final Fantasy Tactics, or, you know, Fire Emblem, which is a tactical strategy RPG. It's very cutesy, but it looks freaking awesome. And in all honesty, I'm actually... When I do get a Switch in the future, because a Switch is a definite buy in my future. Again, I've bought one previously and I had to sell it because, you know, money reasons. But that might be a game I might pick up because it looks like a lot of fun. But yeah, Shigeru Miyamoto took the stage. It was kind of cool, and it just looked like a really, really cool game. A terrible, really wonky, stupid idea to mash up these 2 characters, but the game looks actually pretty awesome. So yeah, let's move on. Assassin's Creed Origins. Xbox already had a huge showpiece for this. It's kind of a waste of time. They didn't really spend that much time on it, but still, I was just like, I don't really care. Granted, game looks good, but not really my cup of tea. I've already said that before. But it's just, we get it. You're making it again. But next up, this one was kind of a big surprise to me because I didn't hear anything about it, but it reminds me a lot of like the game that Criterion was talking about like ages ago, which is like a huge open world where you can do multiple different like types of vehicles, you know, on road, off road, motorcycles, boats, and flying. And that's what The Crew 2 seems to be. I'm not entirely sure that's the same, you know, project being turned into that. It might be, but because, you know, Criterion's EA now, and this is Ubisoft, completely different things. But regardless, this thing looks awesome. One of the biggest things with the Crew 1 is a good game. The biggest problem is the stupid online DRM. So they didn't really talk about that, sadly, but I'm hoping that this game does not get weighed down for that same reason, because it looks freaking awesome. And Ubisoft, just gotta throw it out there. If you make this game at all VR supportive, that's a must-buy in my book. Just throwing that out there. Next up, also it's coming out early 2018. Next up, Fractured Butthole, October 17th. Quick trailer, it looks great. I'm excited. That's pretty much it. People have just been waiting for this for years, so it's good to see. This next one had me pretty intrigued. It's a PSVR, or not a PSVR, just a VR horror game called Transference. And it stars Elijah Wood and Macon Blair. Now, Elijah Wood you probably should all know, but Macon Blair is the guy who is an actor in Blue Ruin, The Green Room, and he also made the movie I Don't Want to Live on This Planet Anymore, or I Don't Want to Live on This World Anymore. Is that what it's called? Oh, shit. Sorry, just gotta clarify. Yeah, I Don't Feel at Home in This World Anymore, which also stars Elijah Wood. But regardless, they're teaming up together, or they're just acting in this game, that it's just a horror-filled, like, VR game. It's just a teaser, but damn it, am I interested. Like, they already hooked me with that, and it looks freaking awesome. Next up, let's keep moving down. Skullbones, a new IP that's a pirate simulator. It seems like they just took the Assassin's Creed Black Flag, you know, mechanics and turn it into a whole new game with, you know, more tweaks, a bigger open world. But all I can really say now is it is coming out fall 2018, it's a long ways off, but it's competition for Sea of Thieves. And goddamn it, Sea of Thieves, just come out already, because you're already losing, like, your whole market share, like, oh, we're going to be the only pirate simulator, is already gone. This game is already starting to look pretty good. Granted, it is Ubisoft, so I'm kind of, you know, holding back my hype. But the fact of the matter is, Sea of Thieves, step your game up. Release already. There's already other freaking games trying to capitalize on the same, you know, genre. So yeah, let's move on. And this next thing was Just Dance 2018. 3 dudes dressed as Mortal Kombat ninjas came out with like neon things on their face and like their backs. Started dancing, then K-pop dancers, then a panda. It's pretty much standard for every Ubisoft conference to have this whole little bit. Granted, I'm glad they didn't put it in the beginning like last year's, but it was just whatever. It was there and gone. Also, BB Rexa came out on stage. I have no idea who that is, but yeah, this Just Dance 2018. If you guys, funny enough, this game is still being released on Wii, 360, and the PS3. I didn't realize that people were still supporting those here. I mean, yes, they are, but damn, like, that's a good amount of support for 4-year-old consoles now. Next up, another South Park game, but it's called South Park Phone Destroyer. It's a mobile game, and it's essentially just the battle mode from Fractured But Whole, and also, shit. Oh my god, I forgot the goddamn name. Regardless, Stick of Truth, sorry. That's right there. Stick of Truth, and it's all on a mobile phone. It looks really cool, love the idea, but it's more likely going to be pay to play, so whatever. I mean, again, great idea, but I'm not really interested. Next up, Starlink Battle for Atlas. This game seems kind of dumb. It's in the same sense as like Skylanders, where you do like, you collect toys, or like amiibos in the sense, you know, and you use them in game. But it's like a space flight simulator, and you can, you know, customize your ships, you can collect these toys. It seems dumb, and you have to put, or you can put the toy on top of your controller, which is like, you know, like this, and then you put it like this on top of it, and it's like, I guess it seems kind of, you know, cliche and, you know, cheeky, you know, a good way to, you know, make money off collectibles. But the game does look fun. The actual game looks like it could be a lot of fun. It seems like a lot, very similar to No Man's Sky, which might turn off a bunch of people, but I don't know. I love No Man's Sky, and this game looks kind of cool. Yes, I said it. I love No Man's Sky. Kill me. I don't care. Next, Steep. Steep expansion. Not a huge fan of Steep. Didn't really care. Again, if you're interested, that's great, but I don't really care for Steep. Whatever. Let's move on. Oh, yeah. And funny enough, we're already nearing the end, because as this whole conference is like an hour and like 20 minutes, yet they didn't give that many games, so I'm just going to point that out at the end, but regardless. Far Cry 5. Now, the gameplay is a carbon copy of Far Cry 3 and Far Cry 4. But the reasons why I love Far Cry 3 or Far Cry 4 was the setting. And this game seems to have an amazing setting. I mean, the whole idea of just going around just fighting a cult, it's crazy. It looks freaking awesome, and being like the rural back hick town of you know, the Midwest, or it just looks freaking crazy. And I'm honestly just enthralled with the setting, and it looks incredible. I just love Far Cry games, and with this kind of setting, it already has me hooked. Gameplay's the same, whatever, I don't care. But the setting itself is selling me on this. Next up, and the final game. Okay, before I jump into the final game. This whole conference was very, very slow-paced. They gave, like, every game essentially, like, 10 to 5 minutes. And while that is cool because they showed gameplay, I got too used to, like, Xbox conference, like the Bethesda conference, which God knows was extremely short, but damn it, did they deliver things like just like a beat after beat after beat. This one was slowly, you know, it was like a slow burn, which was fine. It wasn't extremely slow, don't get me wrong, but yeah, they could have gone a little faster. But regardless, Beyond Good and Evil 2. Just from when the trailer started up, I was like, holy shit, this can't be. No, it can't be. And all of a sudden, sorry, and all of a sudden, the characters started, you know, like cursing and shit. I'm like, oh, shit, this is very crude. this might be Beyond Good and Evil 2. And then when they finally showed the title, I was like, this is great. I mean, it just looks awesome. It was just a CGI trailer, sadly, no gameplay, but it's confirmed. Like, this is 100% confirmed, and it freaking looks amazing. We already knew they were, working on it in the past, in the sidelines. Everyone already understood that they were working on this. But finally seeing something, it's just so reassuring, because this game series is a game series that's loved by many, but it just did poorly in sales. But with this game, which is now a prequel, I believe, yeah, it's set before the main character of the first one was born. It just looks incredible. Again, I'm still waiting on gameplay, but they already have me hyped to see more. And that is pretty much it. Yeah, like I just said, it's very, very slow-paced. And again, not too slow-paced. Sorry, just regurgitating the same thing over and over again. But yeah, Ubisoft. Not much has changed with your formula. The same kind of things over and over again. But damn it if I'm not excited for some of your games. Yeah, let's just go down the list. Beyond Good and Evil 2, Far Cry 5. Let's keep going up. Starlink Battle for Atlas. What else? Skullbones. That really looks cool. Transference. South Park Fractured Butthole. The Crew 2 really, again, has me interested. Just please offer a single-player mode. You don't have to be online only. It's pretty much a stupid move. The Crew 1 will eventually, the servers will eventually die. Now that the Crew 2 is coming out. So that just is a terrible, terrible business strategy. Yes, granted, it'll cause people to want to buy the new game, but it's just a stab in the nuts for anyone who loves the first one. And Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle actually looks really, really fun. But yeah, that's pretty much all the games. It's a handful of games, about, what, 10 games, a little more than that. It's a short amount of list, or has a short amount of games, but the list is full of pretty good games. The conference wasn't too tedious, and again, it just was a very good change of pace compared to your last conference. So yeah, Ubisoft. Grading score, I'd probably give you guys a 7 or a 6. I'll give you guys a 7 because I really am interested in some of the games. But yeah, this left me with a nice, good feeling in my heart, because there's some good. I just Beyond Good and Evil 2. That's just really great to see. The Crew 2 seems like again a great inclusion. Fractured Butthole, god damn it, should have already came out a long time ago, but whatever. At least it's almost here. Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle, again, I am surprised that looks good. And of course, Far Cry 5. But yeah, I'm happy. Wasn't terrible. It wasn't amazing. It was just good. Like, good on you guys. And again, having said all that, it does make me want to, pull back on my past conference reviews, because yes, Bethesda one, I gave it such a high score that I was probably, I might have been drunk. I don't even remember. But yeah, let's pull that one back a tad bit. But regardless, I think that's it. I think I've been rambling enough. Rambling long enough. So yeah, that's the video. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I think the last one, I don't know if I'm doing Nintendo tomorrow, but the last one tonight is going to be Sony. And that is the one I've been waiting for. So here's to hoping that we get some good PSVR titles, some good PlayStation 4 titles, and just some good announcements overall. Because Sony's been the king of the conferences the last couple of years. And well, let's just hope that they keep their crown this year. So yeah, that's the video, and I'll see you guys soon.